Good morning. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Life this morning. We're starting a brand new month of May. This is May 3rd, 2020. I'm still coming to you online from my home in Cedar Edge. And I'm getting a little bit better at this. I'm a little bit more organized. I've typed up a few more things. I did my hair up for you. I put some earrings and a necklace on. In case you get bored, you can look at that as well, and a colorful shirt. Because I was tired of not ever wearing my clothes, and it wouldn't hurt me to clean up once in a while. So here I am on this Sunday morning, and our new theme or our focus for May will be authentic me. Okay, that means you. Authentic me, authentic you, authentic us. So we're going to be studying a little bit this whole month and getting some ideas of what it means to be authentic. What do we mean by that? Can you become authentic? Are we just authentic? Or how does that work? So we're going to talk a little bit about that the whole month. Our book that I will be sharing that goes along with this, and I read a little bit of that book on the fourth Wednesday, which is Book Shorts, and that will be Brene Brown's book, The Gifts of Imperfection. So she's got some really cool, powerful things in that book, and we'll share that on that Wednesday night. But I have some other things to share with you on these Sunday mornings. So I invite you to set up your own little space there, wherever you are. Light a candle or an incense, or make it special in some way where you know you're going to sit for some spiritual nourishment this morning. And I invite you just to get in on the ritual of sitting for spiritual work, okay? So here we are together, and I'm going to start with the opening song for you. Yes, I am going to sing an opening song for you. We've already done it once. I love this, and I wanted to bring it back around because I think it's going to be with us for a while. Good hygiene is always a good thing, and especially now moving forward. So this is a washing your hands song, and it's not just a song, it's an affirmation. I found it online on a YouTube. CSL Seattle put it out. I thought it was just brilliant because it lasts for 20 seconds, the amount of time we're supposed to wash our hands to have them nice and clean and germ-free. And it also is an affirmation, a beautiful affirmation, especially if you take it seriously, that when you do it, you take this affirmation into your imagination and embody it and really feel the truth of it. It can bring you some peace, and who doesn't want to let the love wash over them? So the words are, I let the love wash over me. I let it be. Okay, and we'll turn the water on and turn the water off while we suds up and sing. This is a 20-second song. Here we go. You sing it with me because I know you remember it, and we've done it before. Here we go. I let the love wash over me. I let it be. And that's it. Okay? You do it 40 seconds. You could do it 20 seconds and drive for 20 seconds and say it again. See if you can get in the habit of doing that. That's an extra affirmation. What a beautiful affirmation to feel and let the love that surrounds you, that is everywhere present within and without you, to let it wash over you, and how that feels. So there you go. Opening song, affirmation, washing your hands song. Use it, use it, use it. So I'd like to give you a few announcements about CSL. This Wednesday night, I will be posting something about drumming circles. So if you check your email or your Facebook, or you can go to our website, csldelta.org, to find out what's going on Wednesday night, but we will be posting something for Drumming Circle. Okay, also on Facebook, we have a private group now called Friends of the Center, and that is a place where you can actually post things and talk to other people. It's a closed group, but you can get in it. You just have to go to that group, or maybe you've already got an invite to it. So we've set that up so people can support each other and talk to each other through Facebook that way and post their own things. So visit that on Facebook. Also, Karen Floyd has been continuing to study A Course of Love on Zoom rooms, and I'm going to give you Karen Floyd's email address so that if you are interested in studying A Course of Love, she has like 3 different groups going, and she can let you know which group would be best for you. Karen Floyd's email is mskaren, Karen, Floyd, Floyd, 58 @gmail.com. So you can just email her directly and find out about A Course of Love on Zoom. Okay? Thank you, Karen, so much for continuing to do that and offer that service. Also, we have a YouTube channel for Center for Spiritual Life. So all the YouTubes that you've seen, all the messages that I've put on these recordings are YouTubes. All of the past ones, everything that I've done, all the songs that Roy and I have done, and many of the songs that David and Tamara have done, but not all of them, are uploaded onto our YouTube channel. Woo, we have a channel. So you can go subscribe to that YouTube channel. I think what that does maybe is let you know when another YouTube or a new one is put out. But you can go back and look at any of those things and bring up past even songs and set yourself up in your living room and in your candlelight and do a complete even song with David and Tamara, or there's book readings on there. I have 2 book readings already if you want to go back and look at those things. So utilize our YouTube channel. It's there for you. Okay? Let's see what else I have here. Today, if we were gathering in person, we would be gathering ahead of time to sit in silent visioning session, and that would be to envision the health and well-being of the center. And I just invite you to add that to your spiritual time this morning, maybe after you're finished listening to this, or before you go to, or after you go to one of the live streaming messages from one of the larger centers. Maybe you could take some time and light a candle and sit in your own silent visioning session for the health and well-being of the center. We so appreciate you keeping us in your highest consciousness, knowing that all is well. Okay? So I invite you to do that this morning for the first Sunday to continue that ritual of silent visioning. So thank you in advance for doing that. All right, so I would like to look, I got all set for this new month. I'm ready for May because I've typed up this time. Okay, so I've typed up the vision, and I'd like to say this aloud with you. If you would say this with me. Here is our vision for Center for Spiritual Life. This center offers a path for awakening to the realization of oneness, open hearts, inspired life, empowered love. Our spiritual community welcomes all people to embrace oneness as the truth of our being. Together, we see a world of love, peace, and abundance for all. And our mission at CSL, we recognize and realize the omnipresence of divine love as the truth of all. Okay, so if you could join me, or just close your eyes and take a relaxing, deep breath as I am going to open us up with a prayer, an opening prayer. So just relax. I need to relax. Loosen up my shoulders. Bring my attention right here to this present moment, right here and now, as I take this time right now to sit and be still. I sit and be still, and I turn my attention within myself as I loosen my grip on the outer world. I breathe, I relax, and I begin to find my center space of calm within me. I can put aside for now my worries or doubts, or my challenges, or my non-stop stream of mental activity that seems to always accompany me. I lay these distractions down just for a moment, and I focus in on my breath. My breath of life. The one life, breathing me. There is only one life living right now. This one life moves in and through and as all humanity, maintaining and sustaining it. This one life is the essence underlying all things, the truth of being beneath it all. It is the core of all humanity, the intelligence directing all humanity, the wisdom and peace within all humanity, the universal divine energy expressed from within and manifested as the individual, as you and me. The diversity we experience is sourced in the unity, the one. Because there is only one life, I have no life of my own apart from this one energy. My life is the life of the infinite, invisible presence that we call God, or Spirit, or Father, or Divine, or Creator. I and my Father are one, invisible, infinite, intelligent. This one life contains all the answers. It contains all of the information needed for life to reveal itself to us as the one truth, gently and smoothly appearing in our life as divine grace. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee. So I keep my mind on the wholeness and perfection of the one life, everywhere present. And within the energetic pattern of God is the perfect pattern of me. As that energy, whole, perfect, complete in spirit, in truth. I accept that divine pattern of love in action as my truth right now. I recognize I and my Father are one, and the one is in charge of my life. As I allow this knowing to drop into my heart space and expand, I feel gratitude pour forth from within me, and it blesses my life with the manifestation of peace, prosperity, and wholeness for all people everywhere. Thank you, Spirit. I am so grateful as I know my words are truth. And as I speak them, I release the intention of unity, peace, wholeness, and abundance into the world, helping to create a world that works for everyone. And so it is. And now I breathe and smile, and I let it be. Okay, so I do have a little bit of things to share with you today about our focus of authentic me. Okay, so Merriam-Webster defines authentic in these ways. I thought this was really interesting. Number 1A is worthy of acceptance. Interesting. B, conforming to an original so as to reproduce essential features. Okay. C, made or done the same way as an original. Number 2, not false or imitation, real. And number 3, true to one's own personality, spirit, or character. So I just wanted to point out these definitions that talk about an original, conforming to an original, so as to reproduce essential features of that original, or made or done the same way as an original. And what we're looking at in our focus of being authentic is that original pattern, that original divine pattern, which is in the spiritual. That's what we're wanting to duplicate, made or done the same way as an original. So finding out the nature of the original, which we're calling God or Spirit, will help us to pattern our own behavior after the original and therefore be authentic. Okay, so that's kind of the thinking that I had there in those definitions. So I ask for us to take this whole month of May to consider what it means to be authentic. To live an authentic life, and what I might do or say or how I might behave to become more authentic. How can I live closer to expressing my original nature? How can I create myself to be my best version ever? And how do I know what my best version really is? Or how do I know what my best is? When we live in more alignment with our true nature, that nature supports us in expressing something new, a new way of being. We can create ourselves to be someone we love to be with, someone we admire, respect, and genuinely enjoy. When we can do that, then we have no needs on other people. And we are free from needing approval because we give it to ourselves instead. Okay? So there's the peace of mind. There's the peace of mind. We don't need anything. We're not always looking to get something from someone else or a situation or a condition. We're not looking to get, okay? Because we're fulfilling that need within ourselves instead. By being authentic, by creating ourselves to be someone we love, okay? We're loving ourselves, essentially. So I'd like to share a great piece of writing that I found on the website Oprah.com. She's got a lot of great articles on there. I was just led to there when I was looking for a few things. This article is by Mike Robbins. It's called The Power of Authenticity. And I'm going to read the introduction and the 5 principles that he has. And then I thought, because there's 5 Sundays in May, that I would read about one principle for each week of May. Okay, so let me read the introduction here. That's not the introduction. Let me go back up. And it says what it really means to be authentic. Okay, this is by Mike Robbins. Authenticity is about enjoying a new sense of freedom to be who we really are. Ourselves, natural and without a mask in our relationships, our work, and our life. It takes courage, commitment, and depth to look within ourselves, to tell the whole truth even when we don't want to, and to be vulnerable, and to admit, own, and share our true thoughts, feelings, desires, insecurities, passions, embarrassment, dreams, and more. However, being open and real about all of these things and more is what it means to be authentic in life. In order to utilize the power of authenticity in your life as a way to enhance your relationships, increase your fulfillment, and empower yourself, use these 5 key principles as a guide. Okay, so his 5 key principles are, number 1, know yourself. Okay. Number 2, transform your fear. Number 3, express yourself. Number 4, be bold. And number 5, celebrate who you are. Okay, so I am going to read his first one, which is called Know Yourself. And I'm going to give you a little spiritual practice, a little work that you can do to support the idea of know yourself. Okay, so this is what he writes. The first essential aspect of our journey to live a more authentic, meaningful, and fulfilling life is to know who we truly are at the deepest level. Knowing ourselves, like being authentic itself, is a lifelong process. The more deliberate we are about this, however, the more we can grow and evolve consciously. For me, knowing myself has been, and at times continues to be, a little tricky. For many years, I thought knowing myself meant knowing about myself, my story, my issues, my drama, where I'd been, what I'd been through, etc. While knowing about ourselves is important, it's only a small piece of who we really are. Being fully aware of ourselves is about looking more deeply within. This can be challenging, confusing, and scary for some of us, myself included. We often aren't sure where to look, what to do, or how to deal with the aspects of ourselves we don't understand or even like. There are times I find myself wanting to avoid or deny certain aspects of myself rather than confront them and deal with them directly based on my own fear or self-judgment. However, as we're willing to really go within ourselves, know who we are, and make peace within ourselves, we can create what we truly want in life. As Eckhart Tolle says in his best-selling book, A New Earth, only the truth of who you are, if realized, will set you free. Okay, so that's number 1, know yourself. I just wrote down a few notes of my own that I'd like to share with you, talking about a spiritual practice to get to know yourself. And I've been sharing this month in a class called Foundations of New Thought. And in the class, we have been using a journal. And journaling is nothing new to anybody. except I've realized that some people aren't real interested in journaling or caring about writing. Maybe isn't their way of expressing as much as some other people. But I am encouraging you to share your thoughts about yourself, your self-observation, beginning to know yourself, beginning to find out who you are by writing in a journal, by observing your own behavior, beginning to observe yourself. The things you think, the things you say, how you react, everything about yourself, and begin to notate it. Take it down and try to do it in a non-judgmental way. Try not to get personally involved in what you're doing, but be a little bit not attached to it, a little detached when you're observing with no judgment. You're just writing down. Oh goodness, this is how I reacted. Oh, this is what I said. That's it. That's really interesting that I reacted that way or that I said that. No judgment, just write it down. You write it down and you get to see it in black and white, okay? So tell yourself the truth. Be sure and tell yourself the truth, because it's all for naught if you continue to hide from it, or we continue to hide from our places that we don't want to face. That's just not helpful in creating ourselves to be authentic. Just notice it and write it down. It's like you're a researcher, okay? You're studying who you are. First question, who am I? Okay? Let's see, what else did I put down here? Oh, so when I write down who am I and I start listening and I start writing these things down, it's like Eckhart Tolle said in that quote, only the truth of who you are, if realized, will set you free. So if realized is really important in there. We're talking about that in class a lot, that it's really the realization that's the demonstration. Okay? You can think you know who you are, you can talk about who you are, and you can write about who you are, but you're going to have to really study it and research it and keep it in the forefront of your mind to actually realize who you are. Okay, so I offer that spiritual practice of observing yourself, know yourself, know thyself. That's a big first in a lot of spiritual practice. Observe who you are first so that you can create a plan for what's next, for who you would like to be. What would you like to share? Okay, who would you like to be in the world? And what do you have to offer? And what is yours to offer? So we're going to talk about all of that in this month of May. Okay. All right. So I'm going to move on now. Like I said, I'll have a few live stream services, the websites posted so that you can get in on a live service if you choose for this Sunday, usually from Edward Villiers Church or Mile High Church, or you never know, I might put something else in there as well. So, okay, I would like to talk just a little bit about tithes and donations. I have been so grateful and appreciative to people sending in tithes and donations. It is so helpful and it is so heartwarming to read the cards and letters that come along with it. It just brings tears to my eyes. I miss every one of you so much. It's so different sitting here talking to myself on camera, and it touches my heart when I realize that you guys really are out there and you're with me. We're all together and we can be in this space, in this heart space, in our minds and our imaginations, and in the energy of our hearts together. So thank you for the continued support. And I'm just going to put up the information here that how you can donate to the center. You can send a check if you like. and make it out to Center for Spiritual Life. Send it to 658 Howard Street in Delta, 81416. If you would like to give on your card instead, I ask for you to go to our website, csldelta.org, and it gives you the phone numbers to call so that you can give your information over the phone and we can take a card and do it that way. Thank you so much for your love and your blessings and your support for CSL. All right, so on that same note, I want to talk a little about prayer. Oh, no, first let's do our offering affirmation. Sorry. So I do have a new affirmation because it's May, and this affirmation has been in my car as one of those reflections where you put it in the dash of your car, and it reflects off of your windshield and you can see it while you're driving. And I've had this for years and years and years and years and years in my cars. So I love it. And here it is. This is our affirmation for May. This is our offering affirmation. So say it with me with gusto. Here it is. I have a constant flow of prosperity in my life. Okay? One more. I have a constant flow of prosperity in my life. All right. Okay, now I'm going to move on to prayers, talk about prayer just a little bit here. Find that. I have that down as well. I've got so many things now down on paper, I'm not sure where they all are. But I'll find it. Here it is. It's on the other side. Okay, so if you have a challenge, or maybe it's not even a challenge, a condition that you feel that you would like different, maybe it's a project that you would like some extra juice and somebody to treat on that for you. If you have something like that going on, I ask you to email directly either to Lou Kunzelman here. She's Lou Kunzelman at Bresnan.net. See that? Or you can also email to c4sldelta@gmail.com. Okay, I will get those prayer requests. So please don't think that you're alone in your prayers. Go ahead, write them up, send them out. Lou is waiting for your prayers, and she has so graciously volunteered to take these prayer requests at her email for us while we're away. So thank you, Lou, for your beautiful service to the center and your continued support as you have. Okay. All right. I have plans to record separately a group prayer and put it on our YouTube, and so be looking for that. What I mean by that is when we get together after church down in the Ministry of Prayer room and we have a group prayer, I would like to be able to continue that and have it on a separate YouTube so you could just pull that up and have group prayer together. So I'm going to be doing that on a separate YouTube, and you'll see that come along. Okay. All right. So it's time for another song. I'm going to give you another song to sing while you're doing things. And this is what I do. I warm up and I do a little stretching and stuff like that and sing these affirmation songs while I'm doing it, because why not? Okay. Divine right action is guiding me today. Everything I'll ever need, it keeps coming my way. Divine right action is guiding me today. Everything I'll ever need keeps coming my way. All right, so memorize that and use it too, okay? All right, so to end our time together, I would like to share with you one more thing, and that is something else that I got off of Oprah.com. me find it here. And I thought this was good to share, and it's pretty short, so this will be the end of our service here. This is called 3 Mantras That Can Help You Get Through Any Crisis. Okay? These are by Deepak Chopra. The spiritual teacher reveals how to deal with difficult times. Okay. So I'm just going to share one at a time. I'll read the introduction first, and then we're going to share number 1. Okay? He says, in the face of a crisis, whether the loss of a job, the end of a relationship, a betrayal, or a financial setback, the human mind has a tendency to react in conditioned, limited ways that usually only intensify our pain. We may ruminate on the past, getting stuck in feelings of resentment, regret, or self-pity. Or we may project into the future, getting caught up in fears and worst-case scenarios. Instead of becoming trapped in the mind's repetitive and ultimately self-defeating thought loops, you can use the following 3 mantras to move through a difficult situation and return to your innate state of balance and well-being. Okay, so his first one, these are mantras, okay? So short sayings that bring you back to your true self. His first one is, can you see that? I will begin with quiet awareness. I will begin with quiet awareness. And he writes, this whole thing on here. Your essential nature is pure, unbounded awareness, a state of infinite peace, infinite joy, and infinite creativity. In this state of pure awareness, there is no struggle. You feel safe and connected to life. Solutions to problems spontaneously emerge. However, when you are in the midst of a challenging situation, your awareness can become constricted by fear, frustration, and confusion. You may be working harder than ever, doing more of what didn't work in the first place, feeling increasingly exhausted. As the physicist Albert Einstein said, no problem can ever be solved at the level of awareness at which it was created. The only way to solve your problem is through expanding your awareness, which opens you to greater clarity and new possibilities. One of the most powerful ways to experience quiet awareness is the practice of meditation. There are many different kinds of meditation techniques that will help you go beyond the mind's noisy internal dialogue. Here is a simple practice you can try right now. Okay, here we go. So get yourself settled a little bit. Meditation on the breath. So sit quietly with your eyes closed and gently put your attention on the tip of your nose. Okay? Breathe in and out normally, feeling the air flowing through your nostrils. Now, envision your breath as a faint cloud of pale golden light going in and out of your nose. Feel the soft energy being carried by your breath. Let it relax and calm your mind easily without forcing anything to happen. The process will take care of itself. Remember that no matter what difficult challenge you're facing, as you cultivate quiet, expanded awareness. Solutions will flow through you in ways that you couldn't have imagined or predicted when your awareness was constricted. Okay. That's it. That's the short practice. So now you have some spiritual practice for know thyself, or know yourself, to practice throughout the week. And next week we'll be talking about that second, what did he call it? The second principle, okay, of becoming authentic, and that will be transform your fear. So we'll have a little bit of talk about that next week, next Sunday. All right. Okay, so what I have left is our repetitive affirmation. Let me find it. You've had quite a few affirmations to practice today too, haven't we? Repetitive affirmation is right here. So I'm going to hold that up so you can read it a few times before we say it. And the idea of the repetitive affirmation, and look, we're going to increase it. We're going to say it five times instead of just the 4. And in between the times, I'm going to give you a little bit of something to think about the next time you say the affirmation, okay? So let's all say the affirmation the first time together. The intelligence of God is at work here, okay? Now, think globally what's happening in the world, and let's say it again. The intelligence of God is at work here. Okay? Think about my relationships with other people and myself. Maybe some rocky relationships that I have. And I say again, the intelligence of God is at work here. And now I think about the health of my body and my affairs. And I say, the intelligence of God is at work here. And then I think about my abundance and the abundance of all, of the whole world, and the well-being of all. And I say, the intelligence of God is at work here. And together we can say, and so it is. Okay? And remember, your soul is welcome here. Here with CSL, here on this planet at this time, here in this beautiful present moment, creating ourselves to be the one we love. Okay? Bringing our new energy forth as a powerful, unique, beneficial presence in the world. So let your light shine. As Shakti Gawain says, the more light you allow within you, the brighter the world you live in will be. So until next week, love in, breathe, peace out, smile. Namaste.